When it comes to nailing a role, some actors don't just act, they become. Whether it's swearing like a sailor to master an accent, training like a Navy SEAL, or going full method with a commercial truck license, these stars prove that great performances often come with jaw-dropping levels of dedication. From Bella Ramsey cursing her way into Ellie's shoes in The Last of Us, to Natalie Portman nearly breaking herself for Black Swan, these behind-the-scenes transformations are just as dramatic as the roles themselves. Buckle up, these are the wildest ways actors went all in for a part. Bella Ramsey perfected her The Last of Us American accent by swearing. British actress Bella Ramsey has an impeccable American accent in the HBO series The Last of Us. She used curse words to master an American accent. She worked with a dialect coach and noted that the first phrase she perfected was olive oil, which she found particularly challenging. She joked that her most helpful accent prep was a laundry list of swear words.
The first phrase I mastered was olive oil.
Olive oil.
It's really hard, olive oil. And then
during an appearance on The Late Late Show with James Corden, she said, "Yeah, because the character that I play in this show, The Last of Us, Ellie, curses every 2 seconds." So that was definitely important. There are so many. Jon Bernthal had a crazy workout routine. Many actors are in incredible shape, but bulk up even more to play a certain role. This is very much the case for superhero movies, and actors often have an intense workout routine to get in shape. The Punisher was no exception, as Jon Bernthal had a crazy workout routine. Bernthal explained to Men's Journal that the workout regime was quite intense and included activities like strength work, metabolic conditioning, and jiu-jitsu workouts. He was also cautious with what he ate, mainly eating lean meats and vegetables for the duration of the shoot. He also joked that he had been craving pizza, but had to be careful with what he put into his body. Michelle Monaghan got a commercial driver's license for a role. In a 2008 independent drama film Trucker, Michelle Monaghan played Diane Ford, a long-haul truck driver who had to take care of her estranged son when her ex-husband was diagnosed with cancer. To prepare for her role, she spent time with female truck drivers, attended truck driving school, and got her commercial driver's license, permitting her to legally drive an 18-wheeler truck. She said, "It was a deal that I made with myself and with the director. I think that they would have been prepared to get a stunt driver or whatever, but I was not going to make this movie unless I got my license." Timothy Olyphant learned to ride horses for his role in Deadwood. Before taking on the role of Sheriff Seth Bullock in the HBO series Deadwood, Timothy Olyphant had never ridden a horse. To prepare for the role, he learned to ride and lasso from real-life rodeo riders. Mckenna Grace learned how to ice skate for I, Tonya. Mckenna Grace played young Tonya Harding in I, Tonya. To prepare for her role, she had to learn to ice skate. She told the Boston Globe, "Physically, it was the most challenging role I've ever done before because I had to learn to ice skate, and I've never done ice skating before. I'd fall, and I was all beaten up, but I had to get up and keep trying." Jenna Coleman learned French for a role. Jenna Coleman played Marie-André Leclerc in The Serpent, the real-life Québécoise accomplice and girlfriend of French serial killer Charles Sobrage. To prepare, she learned English French, French with a French accent, and French Canadian from a vocal coach just weeks before filming. Natalie Portman proved her dedication for Black Swan. One of Natalie Portman's most iconic and well-received roles is for her starring role in Black Swan. She even received an Academy Award for her work in this dark film. Of course, this film was also the most physically and emotionally demanding that Portman had to handle. To prepare for her role as the overly ambitious Nina, Portman went to dangerous extremes. She became waif-like on a diet of just carrots and almonds and spent up to 8 hours a day learning ballet and rehearsing. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, she said, "There were some nights that I thought I literally was going to die. It was the first time I understood how you could get so wrapped up in a role that it could sort of take you down." He gained 30 pounds of muscle for Daredevil. Charlie Cox underwent a significant physical transformation to portray Matt Murdock Daredevil. According to his biography on IMDb, he gained 30 pounds of muscle for the role. He had no prior gym experience and had to train rigorously to achieve the superhero look. Bryce Dallas Howard actually trained to run in heels for Jurassic World. Speaking of Jurassic World, one task that Bryce Dallas Howard actually had to undergo serious training for was something that her character, Claire Dearing, ended up getting a lot of flack for. The unbelievable sight of the actress running from the unleashed T-Rex while wearing high heels became one of the most widely criticized moments of the film, despite the practice she had put in to make the scene genuine. Howard would later defend the scene in an interview with Cosmopolitan, citing the heels as a reflection of Claire's disconnection from the reality of the park's hostile environment due to corporate blindness and the mere fact that running barefoot could have been just as dangerous. Emma Stone gained 15 pounds of muscle for Battle of the Sexes. Emma Stone underwent intense physical training with trainer Jason Walsh to prepare for her role as tennis legend Billie Jean King in Battle of the Sexes. The training included deadlifts, and Stone, initially petite, aimed to gain muscle and athletic shape, putting on 15 pounds during the 3-month training period. She worked out 5 days a week, sometimes twice a day. She seemed almost giddy with the results, telling CNN, "It was the first time I'd ever felt like, oh my god, I can lift a lot of weight. You feel like the Hulk a little bit." Additionally, she took tennis lessons, sometimes with King herself. She told Vanity Fair that she's uncoordinated and that it took her months to learn how to properly toss the ball in the air. Good thing the film had stunt doubles on set for the tennis scenes. Bill Skarsgård underwent a rigorous diet and exercise regimen for The Crow. Bill Skarsgård underwent a rigorous diet and exercise regimen to prepare for his role as Eric Draven in the 2024 remake of The Crow. His preparation included consuming high-protein foods such as steak tartare and raw eggs while avoiding sugar and alcohol. This strict diet was complemented by extensive weight training to achieve a muscular yet lean physique suitable for the character. John Krasinski went through intense physical and weapons for 13 hours. For his role as a Navy SEAL in 2016's 13 Hours: The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, Krasinski got ripped and went through intense weapons training to become Jack Silva, one of many men who rushed to Libya's capital after militants attacked the U.S. consulate in 2012. Angelina Jolie studied with the CIA as part of her training for a role. Angelina Jolie was a natural when she played the role of a CIA agent in the movie Salt. Her seamless acting in this role was no coincidence. Digital Journal reports that she met with real CIA agents as a form of behind-the-scenes training. They quoted her as saying, "We met women who were in the CIA with men, and they were tough. They were extraordinary women who appeared soft and sweet, like somebody's mom." Monica Barbaro did flight training for Top Gun Maverick. While actors typically prepare for their roles by memorizing lines and doing some research on the ground, the stars of Top Gun Maverick did much of their preparation while flying on all kinds of airplanes and military jets. Monica Barbaro played Phoenix, the sole female fighter pilot in the film. Before filming intense scenes flying in supersonic jets, she spent 40 hours doing flight training in the air. She also did a ton of swim training. She told Glamour, "It's not just swimming. You get pushed off this high-rise and have to fall in the pool and unstrap your parachute. There's one drill where the wind is pulling the parachute and pulling you across the water. I did extra swimming because I was really nervous about that."